Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, we're on the weekly chart here. I'm going to go through what some possibilities are here, and what I'm seeing, the dominant trend is absolutely down, 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 while we're going up, up, up. And we're going to talk about the white lines and the fact that they come just under 100% of the time. So here we go. This candle right here is a weekly candle, as they all are weekly candles, and it is a sell signal. Okay, we have a beautiful sell signal, and it's following our trend line. Now, this trend line has got 6 hits, I believe. 6 solid hits where the price has come up and touched it since the top. 5 or 6. Grandpa isn't real good with numbers. So this candle finishes tomorrow on Friday. Then we'll get a new candle, okay? And however, that new candle would have to get, in Grandpa's opinion, above approximately 385 to break us out of our downward progression, okay? And I'd be very surprised if we see 385 tomorrow. It is possible. The current price is hovering right about 355 30 area, and 356. Let's see, we had 358.65 for a high today approximately. But getting back to this trend line here, it comes down to our other trend line, which this is this green line, and this is a strong trend line. And why this is important is where these two meet, where this thing would likely bounce off of it if she just meanders along, is right around 283. Right around 283. Now, do I think that we are going to go bounce off that trend line? Not necessarily. We may bounce off it at some point in time. I just don't believe it's going to bounce off of it at 283. This trend line is going up. It will continue after we break through this other one, and at some point in time we'll come down and touch this trend line again, but it might be who knows what, 330 or 350 or 370 by the time it finally comes down and bounces off it again. So, but the dominant trend is absolutely down, and you need to know that. Now, in the daily chart, this is the daily, we are also under a sell signal. We had a sell signal, beautiful, and back up here, and then we ended up getting a bull flag, and we got the beginnings of a bull flag right here. This is not a buy signal, absolutely not a buy signal. And so that tells Grandpa that this might be a short-lived rally, possibly. Could it run up to 457 where we have a white line? Absolutely. But I just don't necessarily see it happening right off the bat here, at least. Okay, so let's go through these white lines here a little bit, and I'll tell you what I see coming. Okay, so a warning: bull trap is possible after Friday. And what is a bull trap? Well, a bull trap is when the market makers, the banks, the big money guys get you believing that you're going up, 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 up in a way, and they pull the plug on you, much like they did on everybody that was going short and bailing out of their shares. And they, believe me, they were buying every one of them all the way down to 320, our possible low bottom pivot point. And so they, well, a bull trap is, the best way to explain it is, say they get us up in mid 365 range, 365.85, 370 even, and then they pull the plug. And they pull the plug and bring it back down. And now the question is our new bottom pivot point 320.07? That is the question. So, and a bull trap is they get you going long, they get you up there, and not everybody plays the game like grandma does. And so my thoughts are, take a little bit of profits possibly on Friday if you get the opportunity. We've had 2 days of bad data, jobs data, and yet Tesla outperformed like crazy today. And so the markets were all up, but Tesla really outperformed today. And some reason Grandpa thinks we will take a dive down next week. Number one, 320.07, $320.07, our new bottom pivot point, possibly. That's in, it's $168 down from our top pivot point of 488.54. So that's a respectable spot for a bottom pivot point, and it very likely might be our bottom point. And it's $17.30 above our previous low bottom pivot point of 302.70. So, and it is very possible that 320.07 is our new bottom pivot point. However, we actually have 3 white lines below the current price, and those white lines hit just shy of 100% of the time. Now, here's your white line for tomorrow, okay? And I believe that's at 352.50. We have a white line at 337.35 also down below that is not hit. And that white line is right here. This white line has not hit. It's like 100% chance just about that white line will hit. And so I'll tell you right now, Grandma's buying shares there. Grandpa's going to buy more shares there. And that's just the way it is. But let's 337.35, and then we have a real old white line, one that's never hit, way back down in I think it was the $94 range or 98 or something like that. That's never hit. That's the only one way back that's never hit. Up above, we have a white line at 367.45 that's not hit. We have one at 380.70. that hasn't hit yet, 389.27 and 457. And believe me, Grandma is holding a ton of shares just for that 457. She's gonna make a massive killing when we get there. It might be a month or so, but who knows? Okay, so bottom pivot point 320.07, very possible. Do I know that for sure? Nope, but I think it might be. Okay, let's see here what I got. Okay, I did the weekly chart. Trading is reactive, not predictive. The dominant trend is still down. Daily chart is a sell with the green candle. Tomorrow may be a chance to take some profits or reduce your risk and average down. Okay, so what's Grandma going to do? Keep in mind she has lost one trade in 5 years. But she usually only trades about 3 to 4 times a week. Grandma's holding in one of her accounts for 457, where we have a white line that will come in your future, no doubt. She will be taking profits tomorrow if we get our bounce up into the mid 365 area. 365.85 is a fairly decent place of resistance, but we could easily break through that. And also, so okay, so she's going to take some profits tomorrow, and we'll start buying the white line at 337.35. That's where Grandma will start buying. And she will buy at the 320 to 325 area. And if we are lucky enough, she'll buy more in the 310 to 315 area, where, I thought we were going to go down to the 310, 315 area when we were down at 320. But, and we very likely could yet. But the way it's looking right now, and we may come close to testing that 320 area again here, within $5, 325, 330 area. So, yeah, Grandma's going to be a buyer between 337.35, and she's already got buys in there waiting, and we'll take it a day at a time as it comes down. But most likely we're going to pretty much load the bus in the 321, 322, 325 area for the ride up. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, remember this. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. And that's the way it is. Grandma's whistling at Murphy ran away. Hey, it was fun. The YouTubers, the analysts, they're pretty bullish right now. They're screaming she's going to the moon. But even if it is the new bottom pivot point, doesn't mean it can't go back close to it before it takes and runs up the hill. I'm really expecting a bare minimum of that 337, 35, 337.35. Great buying opportunity. I'd be surprised if she runs all the way to 457 without taking out that number. So take some profits. Take some profits. It's exciting to say the least. So, hey, think about eternity once in a while. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does.